This is Joust for the Atari 2600 from 1983. And I think it's fascinating to look at the changes that they made to Joust to bring it to the Atari 2600. Most notably, the eggs float instead of dropping to the levels to then be picked up by your bird before they hatch into additional Joust guys. I obviously don't know anything about programming Atari games, so I don't know why this decision was made. I'm sure it had something to do with the complexity of having that thing land and then hatch. But that certainly makes for a unique change to playing Joust, as you have to get used to these eggs floating, and then you can hear them when they're about to hatch, but it doesn't give you the, clarification that you get when they land on a level and hatch into little Joust guys that you have to pick up. The game concept is the same. You have to hit the opponents with your ass for the most part. Yeah, basically hitting them below your staff. So landing on their heads certainly counts. You collect the eggs for points. You get points for killing them. The pterodactyl, it makes its appearance in this game. You do lose the giant lava arm, which is a shame. I really always like that thing that comes out of the lava and tries to grab your birds. And as Dave said in the original Classic Game Room series, does not give you the finger, unfortunately. Overall, this is a very nice Atari 2600 game, and I think even with those changes, it still brings the fun and excitement of Joust to this home game console. I've previously reviewed Joust for the Atari 7800, which is a more advanced game system, and that brings a more faithful recreation of the 1982 classic from the arcades to your home system. But if all you had back in the day was the Atari 2600, this game certainly will do. And it's definitely worth picking up now if you're a fan of Joust to play this classic game with some really interesting changes to it. And I actually think the graphics of the little birds flying in the air aren't that bad for the Atari 2600. Now, I know they came out with a Joust 2, and I've never actually seen that in the arcade. I've played it on an emulator before, and it definitely struck me as being a lot of fun. So I'm not sure if Joust 2 came out in any systems, maybe the NES. I know it's not out on any Atari game systems. I also saw online recently that they made a Joust pinball machine. I'm assuming that Williams made this, since Williams, who originally published Joust, was also in the pinball industry. So I'd love to play one of those games. The sound that it makes when you get the eggs is such a stereotypical Atari sound effect that sounds like it belongs in the Atari version of Pac-Man or something, not Joust. And look at this. This is the egg wave. And instead of the eggs all sitting neatly in rows where you can just run around or bounce on the levels with your butt, you know that trick, you have to actually catch them because it's apparently the floating egg wave. Another sad omission in the Atari 2600 cartridge version of Joust is it does not tell you, "Thy game is over when you lose." And I had an embarrassing end to this game and just got wiped out. But the good thing about Joust is no matter how badly you get beaten, you always want to come back for more because it's just so much damn fun.